Caribbean, tie your waist, cause pressure just start to come. It's gonna be hard. I can feel it. But so what we have.
Yo, what's up?
Baby, let's go.
Turn your TV on. Listen to DBS on Digicel TV Channel 50 and Flow TV Channel 951.
DBS News. Fresh in the morning. Eye-opening and balanced. The DBS Morning News starts right now.
This morning's headlines: Dominica to strengthen legislation to make it mandatory that the use tour guides were certified for certain excursion. We are monitoring a stabbing in Roseau in the early hours of this morning. We'll bring you details. Antigua and Barbuda on course to amend Firearms Act. Details of the morning news right after this.
I am Prophet Paris of Kalinago descendant. I listen to DBS radio, and every Sunday I listen to Laku. This Sunday I will tell you about my Laku and Kalinago Laku. So please tune in to DBS from 7 to 11 p.m. on Sunday.
DBS News.
Welcome back to the DBS Major Morning News. My name is Curtis Matthew. Here we go with our lead story. Dominica will strengthen legislation to make it mandatory to use certified tour guides for certain excursion. Minister for Tourism Denise Charles Pemberton says service providers in the cruise sector must maintain quality standards now more than ever before.
As we move forward, it's important that we maintain and improve our standards, particularly when it comes to our service providers. Adhering to strict quality standards will ensure that we consistently offer an excellent experience to our visitors. The Discover Dominica Authority is finalizing new standards for craft and souvenir vendors, as well as tourism taxi services. We are also working on strengthening legislation to make it mandatory to use certified tour guides for certain excursions. Many of you have already benefited from the ongoing Elevate Your Standards training program. In fact, 145 of you have participated in those trainings. Coming up next is the OECS training for health and wellness service providers. These comprehensive training sessions will focus on customer service, product knowledge, and professionalism. I encourage all service providers to actively participate to ensure we meet the expectations of our growing cruise passenger numbers.
And that's the Minister responsible for Tourism, Denise Charles Pemberton. The Tourism Minister says a review of site fees will also take place soon.
We also face the challenge of maintaining our natural attractions, especially as they are increasingly affected by climatic events. You saw what happened on the Bayfront. To preserve sites like Mont Wapitor National Park, Emerald Pool, Trafalgar Falls, Indian River, and Boiling Lake, we are reviewing site fees to ensure they cover the cost of maintenance and conservation efforts. While this might impact tour prices, it's a necessary step to protect the very essence of what makes Dominica so special. We intend to have further consultations with stakeholders on this matter.
And that's the Minister responsible for Tourism, Denise Charles Pemberton. Other news this morning: Attorney General Levi Peter is recommending the introduction of new forms of punishment to reduce custodial sentences. Mr. Peter told the launch of the Eastern Caribbean Supreme Court e-litigation portal for Dominica this week that the time has come when the court needs to look at innovative ways of dealing with criminal activity.
I would like to posit that it is perhaps time for us as a people to move beyond the tried and obviously not so effective as we would wish practices in order to achieve the efficient, transparent, and fair justice system that we all desire. Can we not achieve justice and reduce backlogs by, for example, reducing on the use of custodial sentences, confining these to violent or repeat offenders where the offense is burdensome on society, for example, burglary? What I'm indicating there is that we have the violent offenses, which obviously are likely to attract custodial sentences, but some of the other offenses, dishonesty and some of those, unless they're repeat offenses, it may well be that we can visit other forms of punishment to enable justice to be served, whilst at the same time we do not clog up the prison system and indeed the justice system unnecessarily.
And that's Attorney General Levi Peter. Mr. Peter says plea bargaining and community penalties may be alternatives to custodial sentences for certain crimes.
Another matter may well be plea bargaining, which is already being discussed, but I don't think we are making the progress that we need to make on that. It is open for innovation, and I think that we can make progress if we set our minds to it. Community penalties and compensation is another form. It may well be that we can impose community penalties. It may well be that we can have some of those penalties served after the hours, after work hours. That may allow some people who are in employment to be able to continue their employment, continue to maintain and serve their families and the wider society, but at the same time make recompense to society by way of perhaps doing unpaid work after work hours. Sensible discontinuances, of course, with the concurrence of victims. And of course, in addition, case reviews to determine from these backlogs the cases that really need to remain in the system and those that may well be possible to be dispensed with. I make those points because at the end of the day, the e-litigation system and all that we do is intended to serve and create justice for our people. And in my humble and respectful submission, in addition to the e-litigation portal and the other actions that have been taken, we need to seriously look as a region at taking other innovative steps to reduce crime and indeed the backlogs.
Attorney General Levi Peter. The news continues. Minister for Tourism Dennis Charles Pemberton says the extension and grooving of the runway at Douglas Charles Airport will significantly boost air access into Dominica. Mr. Pemberton led a site visit to the Douglas Charles Airport this week to provide a progress report on the extension and grooving works being undertaken.
Dominica has set ambitious tourism goals. 500,000 visitors by 2030. To some, that may seem like a large number, but for Dominica, it represents the horizon of what we can achieve. Access has always been one of the greatest challenges to reaching these goals. Today, through the extension and grooving of our runway, we are addressing this challenge head on. We have already made significant progress, thanks to our attendance at the 2022 Roots Conference and everyone thereafter. We not only strengthened our relationships with existing partners, but also sparked the interest of new airlines eager to serve Dominica. This interest is a resounding vote of confidence in our government, in our people, and in our vision for this nation. Together, we are building something world-class, something that stands up to global standards. The extension of our runway to 1,936 meters is not just an improvement, it's an achievement. It represents our ability to expand beyond the current routes, giving us the capacity to welcome larger aircrafts that carry more passengers, more cargo, and more fuel. This extension means Dominica can now offer direct flights not only to Miami, but as far as from New York.
Minister responsible for tourism, Dennis Charles Pemberton. DBS News is following a stabbing in Roseau in the early hours of this morning. One man may have died in the incident. DBS is still following the leads associated with that stabbing. We will bring you more news from the police on that matter. The police are investigating the stabbing in Roseau in the early hours of this morning. Other news, President of the Dominica Bar Association, Noelis Knight Didier, has endorsed the launch of the Eastern Caribbean Supreme Court e-litigation portal for Dominica's courts. The e-litigation portal was launched in Dominica Thursday. She says the e-litigation portal will greatly enhance access to justice for Dominicans.
This marks a significant milestone not only in the administration of justice, but also in the continuous modernization of our legal system. As president of the Dominica Bar Association, I stand proud of the progressive strides that the court is making towards ensuring that justice remains accessible, efficient, and transparent in our region. The legal profession has long recognized the need to embrace technology as a tool to enhance the delivery of justice, and has supported the court in its mission in this regard. Today's launch of the e-litigation portal for the Criminal Division exemplifies that commitment. The e-litigation portal provides a platform for the digital submission, tracking, and management of cases, enabling litigants, attorneys, and court personnel to interact with the judicial system more seamlessly and efficiently. In particular, for the Criminal Division, where the stakes are often highest, timely access to justice can be life-changing. So by harnessing the power of technology, we are ensuring that the administration of justice is now that much less inhibited by the inefficiencies of paper-based systems.
And that's the president of the Dominica Bar Association, Noelis Knight Didier. Minister for Health, Cassani Laville, says government is committed to the Kalinago Development Fund. The fund was established to address a long-standing issue in which the Kalinago people are unable to access loans from financial institutions.
My friends, you have heard of the Kalinago Development Fund, and that is something that we will also continue to support. We have seen through this visionary fund, we have seen the transformation of the lives of many entrepreneurs. And this is one of the opportunities to break the chains and the bondages that many people have suffered over time, to give you that opportunity to move from one tier to another, to enjoy the opportunities of business ownership and entrepreneurship, and that freedom and flexibility and that extra space in terms of disposable income and the opportunity to build generational wealth. It's not for you, for your families. And this is what we're doing. And we will continue to provide the requisite resources to ensure that the KDF always remains. That is our commitment to the people of the Kalinago territory.
And that's the minister responsible for health, Cassani Laville. Singer, songwriter Lily Octave is looking forward to representing Dominica on the international stage as she gets set to perform in Algeria next month. The Dominican artist will perform during the Creative Africa Nexus weekend in Algeria from October 16 to the 19th. The fourth gathering will be held under the theme, One People United in Culture, Creating for the World. Octave tells DBS News she's looking forward to putting on a good show at the event.
The opportunity came about because of a performance that I did at Switzerland, Geneva, for the ITC's 60th anniversary, where I was invited to perform there. And at that event were representatives from all over the world, and we had some there from Africa who were representing their companies and their institutions. They heard the performance there and they were very impressed, and they decided to recommend for events that they would be having upcoming, and this just happens to be one of them. I'm very excited to be able to do the event. My preparations have begun from years ago, actually, and the intention is to bring the Caribbean neo-soul flair to Algeria. That's something that I've been working on in my genre. We also prepare, on the sideline, bringing things with us that we can leave with the people that we interact with. Items that will represent our Dominican flag, will help them identify us on the Caribbean map, letting them know that we're not Dominican Republic, They see the greenery, they see our events, the World Creole Music Festival, Jazz and Creole, and the other events that I've happened to be a part of as well in Dominica. So they have a reason to come to Dominica to see it and experience the greenery. They also know what they can do when they come here. So I'm excited because to me it's not only marketing for me, it's not only publicity for me, it's publicity for my country on an international level.
Dominican singer-songwriter Lily Octave. In Antigua, the Firearm Amendment Act that has been passed to the committee stage and is expected to be debated in the Senate when it is convened. The bill seeks to send a strong message to criminals and would-be criminals that the government is serious about tackling crime, especially those involving firearms. The sentences have been increased, and even minor firearm offenses can now result in up to 5 years imprisonment. Attorney General Sir Stedroy Benjamin said harsher punishments are for offenses including possession of a gun, possession of firearm and ammunition, selling and transferring guns and ammunition, possession of a firearm and ammunition with intent to injure, and it also covers the use of imitation firearms. It is 16 minutes now after 7 o'clock. That's the morning news. The sports report comes up shortly.
I am Prophet Paris of Kalinago descendant. I listen to DBS radio, and every Sunday I listen to Laku. This Sunday I will tell you about my Laku and Kalinago Laku. So please tune in to DBS from 7 to 11 p.m. on Sunday.
Covering the nation and beyond, DBS Sports Report.
Rudolph Thomas Enterprise in Portsmouth, your suppliers of building materials and hardware products. Over 20 years experience in the business. Rudolph Thomas has lumber and plywood, Portland and tile cement, steel rods, galvanized and fenced pipe. And Rudolph Thomas can meet all your wire needs. Galvanized roofing sheets, doors, windows, toilet sets, face basins and bidets. PVC piping, fittings and lattice. Check out Rudolph Thomas for ceramic and vinyl floor and wall tiles, nails, nuts and bolts, paint and painting supplies. And check out their line of electrical and hand tools. And Rudolph Thomas is your one-stop shop for hard-to-find items like fiberglass mat and fiberglass resin and welding rods. Go now to Rudolph Thomas on 1240 Bay Street in Portsmouth.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
One easy loan.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
To upgrade my phone and even my home with one simple loan.
More money.
To have your wedding, to go traveling, to do anything.
More money.
No security. Speedy delivery, just check NBT. Apply anytime. In branch online, it's more money time.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
No collateral.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
Speedy delivery.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
Just check NBT.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
Let's begin the DBS Morning Sports Report with cricket news. The Trinbago Knight Riders put in a total team effort with the bat as they squeezed past the Barbados Royals as matches continued last night in the Republic Bank CPL. Barbados Royals batting first got off to a slow start but managed to post 156 for 7 in their 20 overs. Rovman Powell led the way with 59 not out as the Royals recovered from 71 for 5. Quinton de Kock made 39. Walker Salamkeel took 3 for 13. Sonil Narain 2 for 16 as the spinners set the Royals back early on. The Knight Riders, chasing 157, needed 11 of the last over. They got their target with 1 ball to spare, scoring 159 for 8 to register their third win in the tournament. Shakir Paris got 35, Nicholas Pooran 35, and Casey Carty 32. Mahesh Thiksana picked up 3 for 26 for the Royals. The Knight Riders won by 2 wickets.
Obviously, a total team effort, tonight. When you look at it and you look at the guys that contributed, to the win, that is what we talk about in TKR. When some guys doesn't do the job, the other guys come and follow. And I thought it was fantastically done in the back end. Akil and Tero had an opportunity to finish the game in Antigua and they didn't, so they felt, bad about it. And they went and they practiced hard and they got an opportunity tonight to finish the game for us. So well played to them.
Yeah, when you look at the boxes that you're looking to tick off tonight, what's your overall assessment of the game?
I think it was a good game of cricket. When you talk about our fielding and stuff like that, I thought we were really, really good this time around. Being able to limit them, if you tell me you're going to limit them to 155, before the start of play, I'd have taken that, 10 out of 10 times. So I thought the guys bowled well up front. Akil again showing the class that he is bowling in the power play. He has done this for the last 2-3 years and he has done it fantastically well. Then backed up by, the other two spinners in Waka and Narayan, being able to limit them and stifle them in the middle, and being able to do that, obviously in the back end you expect them to score, some runs because obviously there's a bit of dew, the ball is a bit older and stuff like that. So I thought, again, well done to the bowlers.
Knight Riders captain Kyron Pollard. The loss was the first defeat for Barbados Royals.
I think credit have to be given to my boys. I think they fought to the end. After losing 2 wickets in the first over, they show courage. We post a total that we could have defend. And I think the bowling group did well as a bowling group also. We may be 10-15 runs short, I think.
And when you look at it, obviously a couple areas that you still want to improve on, but what went right out there for your boys today?
I think the bright spark is our bowling. Trinidad is a world-class team, and for us to control them to 150 with a wet ball, a wet outfield, with the wicket kind of a little bit better than when we batted, credit have to be given to them.
Obviously, you have to play again tomorrow. How easy will it be just to rebound from a loss like this?
I think we'll take courage from what we played tonight. 150, and we'll bring it down to the very last ball. That show the courage and show the cricket that we're playing. It's for us now to just forget what happened tonight and look forward to tomorrow.
Barbados Royals captain Rovman Powell. CPL action continues with the Barbados Royals taking on defending champions, the Guyana Amazon Warriors at 7 o'clock. In other news from the CPL, St. Kitts Patriots captain Andre Fletcher says that the Patriots have to find a way to turn things around. The Patriots have managed just 1 win so far in the Republic Bank CPL, and they sit at the bottom of the points table with 2 points, having lost 6 out of 7 matches played.
We have 3 more games left, so we don't have a choice. We have to go out there and play cricket. We have to try our best to find a way to win. That's the end result. We've been on the losing side for actually 6 games, and we just have to try our best to see what we can do.
Samuel Badri reminded us on commentary tonight, 4 wins got you into a playoff in years gone by, so don't give up hope. Barbados Royals next. Looking forward to that?
Yeah, we're playing them at home. They will come hard at us, but we have to believe in ourselves. We just have to go there and play hard cricket, try to execute as well as possible with both bat ball and in our fielding. Once we do that 3 aspects as well as possible, I think we can beat them.
And that's the St. Kitts Patriots captain, Andre Fletcher. Some more cricket news. 4 teams will be going in search of championship glory as the curtains come down on the Dominica Cricket Association NCCU President's Cup this weekend. Semi-final action will get underway this morning and a champion will be crowned Sunday, weather permitting. The Nagico Stars will meet Convenience plus Maho in the first semi-final at Botanic Gardens today, while the Grand Bay Credit Union Coals will take on the Adam Sanford Kalinago Blasters at the Geneva playing field. The winner of today's semi-final will meet at the Geneva playing field in Sunday's grand final. DBS Sports caught up with the respective captains of each team. Convenience plus Maho captain Micah Joseph says consistency will be the key in their match against Nagico Northern Stars.
I'm going up against Nagico Stars tomorrow. The guys are very pumped. We are continuing sticking together. We just have to remain focused on the task ahead. Everyone is ready. I believe the key thing for us so far during this tournament is playing as one and enjoying each other's success. Everyone is very happy that we are doing good so far. I believe that individual performances has been good for us. Everyone is putting up their hand. They want to lead. Who's leading with the ball, who's leading with the bat. So this is very good for us that everyone is adding their own part to the team. Najiko is a very tough team. As defending champions, I know they're going to come very hard tomorrow. So we just have to continue in focus, sticking to our game plan. And I think that with the high spirit that we have in the camp, it will turn out good for us.
And that's the Convenience Plus Maho captain, Micah Joseph. Vincent Luis will lead the Najiko Northern Stars in battle on Saturday today against Convenience Plus Maho.
Coming up against a good team in the Maho team, the guys have been playing some good cricket. But having said that, we as a team also, we've been playing some good cricket also. So we just know that once we keep doing the right things right, we'll be in good state for the game. It's about taking it ball by ball, over by over, and just keep progressing as a team. It's a very confident bunch. Like I tell you, we've been playing some good cricket leading up to this semi-finals. Our team, we have a large group of guys. We're missing quite a few of the top players on our team for the last two games, and we ended up victorious. So it just shows that we have a good bunch of fellas, and we're backing everybody to go out and do well tomorrow. Obviously, a few key players coming back into the team. We have the likes of Kyron and Delaney Alexander, also one of our top players over the years, Kevin James, I think is also back with us. Myself also will be joining the lads. So we're just looking forward to the game, and hopefully we're ready.
Najiko Stars captain Vincent Luis. Meanwhile, Granby Credit Union Coles captain Jason Alexander says his team is ready to face the Adam Sanford Kalinago Blasters.
In terms of preparation and stuff, preparation I would say has been there and about in terms of the weather, but mentally we are ready. Up till yesterday we had a training session, and I feel that we are ready for the game tomorrow. I don't feel we're gonna play names. We're not gonna play names. We're just gonna play cricket and just continue playing the good cricket that we have been playing, And what we need to do is just continue keeping the game simple, And because that is what we have been doing and have been working. So we're not going to look to play any names. On the day we just go and play our normal cricket that we know and that we have been playing. The cricket that brought us to the top, that's what we're going to look to continue playing.
And that's the Granby Credit Union Coles captain, Jason Alexander. Meanwhile, Adam Sanford Kalinago Blasters captain, Gian Benjamin says they won't be underestimating the Granby Coles.
Yeah, we play Granby Coles this weekend. It's definitely a team that we don't want to take lightly because they have beaten us before. With that being said, the Blasters, we have been playing some very good cricket throughout the tournament. We have myself at the top of the runs, Chat, Chauvin, Dorset, and a few of the other bowlers among the wickets. So we have been playing well. We have quite a lot of youngsters. This weekend we'll be without Gillon Tyson, but we'll have youngsters like Dylon John coming in from national duties. We also have the senior Fountain will be playing his first game for the season. We have Joel Dura returning also from national duties. So we have quite a lot of youngsters. So we're just looking forward to the youngsters stepping up and giving it their best shot.
A Blasters captain, Gian Benjamin. St. Lucia's double Olympic medalist Julian Alfred has added some more accolades to her name as she captured a major title Friday, competing at the Diamond League in Brussels. Alfred, fresh off a historic Olympic gold in Paris, exacted revenge on American rival Sha'Carri Richardson in the women's 100 meters. Alfred clocked 10.88 seconds, beating out Britain's Dina Asher-Smith to win the women's 100-meter finals. Sha'Carri Richardson finished a disappointing 8th in a time of 11.23 seconds. The win cements Alfred's position as one of the top female sprinters in the world. She won gold in the women's 100 meters and silver in the women's 200 meters at the Paris Summer Olympic Games. Alfred is set to return to St. Lucia later this month to celebrate her achievements. Earlier this week, the St. Lucian government announced that September 27 would be declared Julian Alfred Day and be made a public holiday. Finally, this morning, Liam Livingstone was critical with bat and ball as he led England to a win over Australia to level their three-match T20 series at a game apiece Friday. Australia batted first and made 193 for 6 in their 20 overs. Jake Fraser McGurk made 50 and Josh Inglis 42. Liam Livingstone bagged 2 for 15 and Bryden Cass 2 for 26. England replied with 194 for 7 in 19 overs. Livingstone cracked 87 from 47 balls and Phil Salt 39. Matthew Short took 5 for 22 for Australia. England won by 3 wickets. Livingstone was named the man of the match. The third and final T20 will take place on Sunday. That too is a look at the DBS morning news and sports. Let's remind you, there is a major event taking place in the Kalinago territory tomorrow. It's the Kalinago Expo 2024. Chief Annette Sanford and of course the council members in the Kalinago territory, they will collaborate with the Kalinago Events Committee, and that's the Kalinago Events Committee and the Kalinago Affairs. So some organizations are coming together to present the Kalinago Expo 2024, and that will take place, of course, tomorrow. It will be part of the Kalinago Week, and their theme, of course, Unity in Diversity, Embracing Kalinago Culture, of course, the Kalinago Crafts and Cuisine, Kalinago Parade of Traditional Outfits. That will be on show tomorrow, and certainly something you don't want to miss. It's a major event. There are also music, literature, and games taking place tomorrow. Expo 2024 in the Kalinago territory. Joseph Fadul, a major event, will bring you some more details at 1:15. And you don't want to miss this morning from 9:30, Connecting the Dots on the radio. Joseph Fadul will bring us some details on Connecting the Dots this morning with Ivona John Baptist Luge and Nigel Francis.
Well, yes, of course, Connecting the Dots connects the dots on education opportunities at the U.S. boarding schools, of course, organized by the Marigot Development Corporation, of course, from 9:30 this morning to 11. Ivona John Baptist Luge and Nigel Francis speak with guests Michael Pascal, Jahim J. Pierre, Don Coffey, Alicia Africa, and Heather Felix Evans. Of course, this morning from 9:30 a.m. Curtis Matthew, it's Connecting the Dots. We're also going to be live on Facebook and YouTube.
Thank you very much, Joseph Fadul. Well, all the time I have remaining is just to announce that you'll be bringing very soon the insert of the package. That's your call. You decide which is the most impactful insert on the news. I'm really waiting to hear which one of the inserts in your mind has been the most impactful. I have my choice. But of course, the call is yours to decide the most impactful insert on the morning news. Listeners are waiting to hear which one you're choosing as insert of the package this morning.
Rudolph Thomas Enterprise in Portsmouth, your suppliers of building materials and hardware products. Over 20 years experience in the business. Rudolph Thomas has lumber and plywood, Portland and tile cement, steel rods, galvanized and fence pipe. And Rudolph Thomas can meet all your wire needs. Galvanized roofing sheets, doors, windows, toilet sets, face basins and bidets. PVC piping, fittings and lattice. Check out Rudolph Thomas for ceramic and vinyl floor and wall tiles, nails, nuts and bolts. grills, paint and painting supplies, and check out their line of electrical and hand tools. And Rudolph Thomas is your one-stop shop for hard-to-find items like fiberglass mat and fiberglass resin and welding rods. Go now to Rudolph Thomas on 1240 Bay Street in Portsmouth.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
One easy loan.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
To upgrade my phone and even my home with one simple loan.
More money.
To have your wedding, to go traveling, to do anything.
More money.
No security. Speedy delivery, just check NBT. Apply anytime. In branch online, it's more money time.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
No collateral.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
Speedy delivery.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
Just check NBT.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
Let's bring you this morning's edition of the Insert of the Package. Of course, this morning's edition of the Insert of the Package is brought to you compliments of our good friends at A&A Low Price Center.
A&A Low Price Center in the village of Calabishi offers the best prices for the freshest products ever. One-stop convenient shopping at A&A Low Price Center in Calabishi. For your foods, your everyday needs, snacks, liquor, dry goods, and more. Just about everything located in the flat of Calabishi, directly in the center of the village. Come to A&A Low Price Center on the highway in Calabishi. A&A Low Price Center is family owned and operated. It is fully computerized, VAT compliant, low toll, credit card and top-up capabilities. Stop at A&A Low Price Center in Calabishi today or call 445-7655. Drop us an email at analowprice@gmail.com. A&A Low Price Center in Calabishi open 7 days a week, 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. Visit us today. Just walk in and be happy you did.
Well, let us tell you, of course, from the morning's news that singer-songwriter Lily Octave is looking forward to representing Dominica on the international stage as she gets set to perform in Algeria next month. The Dominican artist will perform during the Creative Africa Nexus Weekend or CANEX Weekend 2024 in Algeria from October 16th to the 19th. The 4-day gathering will be held under the theme One People, United in Culture, Creating for the World. Well, Lily Octave told DBS News that she is looking forward to putting on a good show representing Dominica at this big international event.
The opportunity came about because of a performance that I did at Switzerland, Geneva for the ITC's 60th anniversary, where I was invited to perform there. And at that event were representatives from all over the world. And we had some there from Africa who were representing their companies and their institutions. They heard the performance there and they were very impressed, and they decided to recommend for events that they would be having upcoming. And this just happens to be one of them. I'm very excited to be able to do the event. My preparations have begun from years ago, actually, and the intention is to bring the Caribbean neo-soul flair to Algeria. That's something that I've been working on in my genre. We also prepare, on the sideline, bringing things with us that we can leave with the people that we interact with. Items that will represent our Dominican flag, will help them identify us on the Caribbean map, letting them know that we're not Dominican Republic. They see the greenery, they see our events, the World Creole Music Festival, Jazz and Creole, and the other events that I've happened to be a part of as well in Dominica. So they have a reason to come to Dominica to see it and experience the greenery. They also know what they can do when they come here. So I'm excited because to me it's not only marketing for me, it's not only publicity for me, it's publicity for my country on an international level.
Well, of course, hats off to you, Lily Octave. Of course, she will be representing and performing in Algeria next month. at the Canex event, the Canex weekend, which is the Creative Africa Nexus Weekend 2024. Of course, congratulations to you, Lily Octave. I mean, as we were speaking off air, myself and Mr. Matthew, congratulations to you, of course, performing all the way in Algeria. Dominica, we can basically say Dominica will be in Algeria next month. And of course, Lily Octave looking forward to not just her performance, but as well representing the Commonwealth of Dominica, repping 767. We're very proud of you, Lily. And of course, keep up the amazing work that you keep doing. That was your insert of the package right here on DBS Radio. This morning's insert of the package, of course, was brought to you compliments of the good folks at A&A Low Price Center. It's 20 minutes to the hour of 8 o'clock this morning. Let's bring you this morning's edition of the Weather Report. This morning's edition of the Weather Report is brought to you compliments Big Edge and Flow Dominica.
Make weather information a part of your daily life. Listen to the weather report after the morning news and at 1:10 p.m. daily on DBS Radio. A message from the Dominica Meteorological Service, your trusted source for weather information.
You've got the edge over your circumstances. Many times there'll be trials to face. At least when it comes to your waning finances, you've got the edge. Help is coming your way. You've got Big Edge for those days when you're running low. Big Edge is the place to go. Big Edge, the cash can be in your hand with the easiest payment plans. Big Edge, cash in a flash.
And we say a special good morning to Dane Charles with this morning's edition of the Weather Report live on your nation station DBS. Good morning to you, Dane Charles.
Good morning. This is your weather update from the Dominica Meteorological Service at the Douglas Charles Airport for the 14th of September 2024, recorded at 7 a.m. Today's weather is expected to be partly cloudy to cloudy with some scattered showers and possible isolated thunderstorms. The conditions at Douglas Charles Airport this morning were cloudy with light showers. The surface winds were variable at 2 knots or 4 kilometers an hour. The temperature was 25 degrees Celsius or 77 degrees Fahrenheit. Yesterday's rainfall at Douglas Charles was 0.6 millimeters, and the monthly rainfall so far has been 222.4 millimeters. Sunset today is at 6:08 p.m. and sunrise tomorrow at 5:54 a.m. High tide today is at 1:23 p.m. and the next low tide at 6:04 p.m. And now the weather outlook for Dominica and the Lesser Antilles. Moisture and instability trailing a tropical wave is expected to affect the island as a high-pressure system tries to rebuild. Additionally, light winds and daytime heating could generate some afternoon showers and isolated thunderstorms. Sea conditions are expected to remain slight to moderate, with wave heights reaching up to 5 feet over the next few days. The National Hurricane Center continues to monitor Tropical Storm Gordon, located in the central Atlantic. This system is expected to remain over water and does not pose any direct threat to Dominica at this time. And now the weather forecast for today and tonight. The synopsis: weak unstable conditions are affecting the area. The forecast for today is partly cloudy to cloudy with some scattered showers and possible isolated thunderstorms. The winds are expected to come from the east to southeast at 10 to 20 kilometers an hour. Sea conditions expected slight to moderate in open water with waves from 1 to 1.5 meters or 3 to 5 feet. There are no warnings at this time. We are presently in the Atlantic hurricane season. For more information about weather conditions, visit our website at www.weather.gov.dm or call us at 266-4490. For further information, like our Facebook page at Dominica Meteorological Service, follow us on Instagram at Dominica Met, and also on our WhatsApp channel at 618-3469. Reporting from the Douglas Charles Airport, I am Dane Charles.
Why pay full price for your mobile when you can pay half?
Just bundle your home internet and mobile services with Flow and save 50% on your mobile bill. That's money in your pocket every month. Plus, now you get free YouTube and WhatsApp data. And you can share your plan with up to 3 other numbers. Upgrade now and get a free smartphone. Switch and keep your number. Learn more at discoverflow.co.
Make weather information a part of your daily life. Listen to the weather report after the morning news and at 1:10 p.m. daily on DBS Radio. A message from the Dominica Meteorological Service, your trusted source for weather information.